Okay, today I am going to be making a puppy bead, and we're going to start out with a rod of ivory. I'm using Effetre. We're going to have a rod of any brown or patch for the eye color that you want. I'm going to use black. I think this is a rod of Vetrofond black, but I'm not sure. Also, we're going to pull a small stringer first for the eye dot. And that's broken. Ow. Don't do it like I do it. It would burn you. Okay, so you don't really need a large stringer, just a tiny one, because they're going to be tiny little eyes. Also, you're going to want a lentil press of some variety. I think mine is a Karina or a Catwalk. One of those two. But the Zuzi one, and there are so many different makers now. So what I've done is I've just pulled a little stringer and I've snapped off the end of it to give it a clean edge. Now we're going to take a mandrel. You can use either the 1/16 or the size up from that, which is 3/32, I believe. But that's a math thing, so don't quote me. All right. Going to just heat up the mandrel, heat up the glass, make a football-shaped bead. So you can start out with a round and go from there. I can usually use the lentil press itself to shape it into a football shape so that it makes a nice well-proportioned lentil. I'm going to use the, I have a lentil trio. I'm going to use the largest cavity. But I also do them in, well, I do them in those three sizes. So here's what I do to shape it. I just get the lentil press and I just roll it around. Start out with a very small amount of pressure and build up to, as it sets up, to a larger amount of pressure. Okay, so that is what you're going for. And I'm going to go into the largest cavity and give it a quick squeeze. And there we have it. Okay, so now you have to decide whether or not you want it on oriented up and down so that the eyeballs are up here, or if you want it oriented so that the eyeballs are up here and the nose is down at the bottom. Like that. So horizontal or vertical at this point. I'm going to do, so it's up and down. Vertical. Alright, so I'm going to take a marver and I'm just going to make an angle on both sides. Okay. Now I'm going to take that piece of stringer that I used, give it a quick heat up. Alright, I'm going to aim the flame right where I want it, and I'm going to poke right there. And you just sit for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 seconds, maybe 5. Wiggle it a little bit. Wiggle. Blow if you want. Don't get too vigorous with the blowing though, because I've burned my lips before. There we go, and it just snaps off. But you have to be patient. I'm going to do the other one. Push it in. Blow. Wiggle. Low snap. All right, black. Take the black and heat up a ball. Oh, I forgot to do the eye patch. Oh well, we'll do that next time. This is going to have black ears. Just heat up the ball, touch down, do a little swirl. You want this to have a really good footprint because if it doesn't, the ear will snap off. You don't want, you want it to just really be adhered onto the base bead. And since you're dealing with kind of an edge point, you really want to press it down in there. Otherwise, you know, it just won't be part of the bead. It'll be an appendage off of the bead. So now I just take regular, boring old tweezers. Nothing special here. And I tweeze gently. One. And gently two. So basically you've got the beginnings of a panda. Anyway, we're not doing a panda though, doing a dog. Now I'm going to heat one of the ears up, and I'm just going to, sorry, I should do this for the camera, bend it over, heat up the other one, bend it over. I like to do this in several steps so that it never gets too cold and it never gets too thin. Alright, so there you have it. You can play with the shape a bit if you want to make them pointy. You can, at this point, make them pointy. I like a pointy ear sometimes. So I just use this to do the shaping. Okay, so now we're going to do the nose. I like big noses. I cannot lie. Alright, so I'm going to give it a good heat, by the way. You don't want crappy puppy. Alright. Angle it so that the nose touches while it's upside down, because otherwise it has a tendency to touch the mandrel, and I don't like that. Oh, that's too big. Too big, Lily. Too big. There. That's a better size nose. Alright, that is your basic puppy bead. Hopefully you can see that, because I can't. You can also add a tongue. Here is red, and you can also use pink. And I just put a little dot on the side. Adhere it really well again. And let it kind of hang. Hopefully you can see that. The other thing I like to do, because the back is kind of plain, I like to put a heart on the back. So I put a dot, I put another dot, so that they're almost touching but not quite. And then I heat them both up, and I draw one into the other and pull down. And I'm going to press down at the bottom because I don't want to point. I don't want something sticky uppy because that is not comfortable to wear. So anyway, give the ears a good heat up before you put it into the kiln. And there is the completed dog. And heart. And heart. The heart will be red, by the way. It won't be black when it comes out of the kiln. So, thanks for watching.